What's going on YouTube? It's Mike here. Today guys, in this video we're going to be reviewing the aXtion Go case for the iPhone 5 from the Joy Factory. So here it is, the aXtion Go case for the iPhone 5. You can see aXtion is stylized as aXtion, kind of giving a cool spin on the name. Now this comes from a company called the Joy Factory. I've been waiting a little bit of time to review this, but finally they sent it out. And here it's quite a unique case. However, there are some really cool features to this case, and as you can see, there's a little clip here that I'm open. The case isn't in here. I have the case right here, but there are some really cool features to it. Now, they say that it's water resistant, shock resistant, good sound quality. It's all listed here. So it's pretty cool. And then this is a really cool box that they have on here too, military grade material and stuff like that. Overall, it's a really cool case. So let's have a look at it. So here's a look at the actual case itself. The first thing that anybody will notice immediately, and it's like kind of like a eye grabber, is the back of the case. Now it's kind of like a rubber light material, which you can actually like push, and it feels really nice in the hand. The case actually comes in two pieces connected by clips, just like so, and that's how you'll actually put your phone into it. You can see here the back piece, it's kind of like flexible, and it feels really nice, like I said, and these little diamonds on the back you could actually push in, which is very good on shock, by the way. You can see on the inside, says the Joy Factory, patent pending. As you can see, it's a lot like the LifeProof case from lifeproof.com. I reviewed a lot of their cases before. So this is kind of like it, but it's got a different spin on it, especially with this back design feature. When looking at the front of the case, you'll notice that it's completely clear. There's no features to it or anything. It's just a completely clear actual screen, and there's a little indent for the home button on the bottom, as you can see there when reflected in light, and then on the back, of course, you know, pretty much the same thing, straightforward. When putting the case together, you actually get a really nice build. I'm not going to snap it in yet, I'll do it when I put my phone on, but you got your volume rockers here, mute switch, power button on the top, camera, microphone, and flash ports. On the bottom, you have a little opener for your lightning connector, as well as a speaker, microphone holes, as well as a little headphone connector, which kind of concerns me since it's so easy to open, or like it's not very Loctite, I guess you could say. It is a little bit hard to open, but it's just not locked as tight. So when it comes to water resistance, you're probably going to want to be careful. So let's go ahead and actually put the phone in, starting with the back, of course. You're just going to kind of place it down, and then we'll put the front piece over it. And quite honestly, it's as simple as that, just like you'd get with a LifeProof case. Just kind of snap it in around, you know, push it down to ensure that it's very secure. Push it all around. It is going to be a little bit difficult since I have my screen protector on here. However, even if you take the screen protector off, getting everything closed is still a little bit difficult. There's just really no snap in. You kind of just want to push it in. But even without a screen protector, this happens. You know, obviously, it's inexcusable here with my screen protector. However, this will still happen. You'll have a little bit of closing errors or problems, even without a screen protector. You could see, however, the feel, the fit, the form factor is very nice on my phone. Everything fits very snug and tight. You could see here, ease of access. I also noticed that this case doesn't give as much feedback as the LifeProof case would, which was happening a lot, especially with early versions of the iPhone 4S case from LifeProof, which is a nice thing too. One of the problems I saw was that there's no actual little port for the speaker on top. There's no like vent that LifeProof or any other case companies would most likely provide, so they could actually hear it. I haven't tested it out yet with this case on, actually making phone calls and hearing them, and I haven't asked anybody about the quality when I make phone calls either. So as far as that goes, I'm not exactly sure. I'm assuming when you put it against your head, the ambient light sensor would work, or the sensor to shut the screen off would work too, but there's just no cutout for the speaker, so I don't know how well that'll play along. It might sound a little bit weird, but you never know. It could be okay. Again, looking at the ports again, we have a little cutout for our home button, of course. The volume rockers are a bit hard to press. I'm not gonna lie, it hurts my finger just a little bit to press. It's not awful though. You know, like I said, it is a tight fit, which is good though, to keep it nice and secure. Like any waterproof case, the mute switch is inverted, so you're pushing up to mute, you're pushing down to unmute. This happens pretty much with every LifeProof case I've ever tested out. This is just a feature that happens because that's how you use it. And then on the back, of course, we can see the camera lens again. Power button is pretty easy to push, no problem with that either. It's a little bit like you don't feel it pressing, but it actually does occur, but it's not hard to do. And again, the back does feel very nice, and like I said, when dropping it a lot for shock, it kind of bounces up a few times, which is nice to know that the shock is holding up well. And of course, again, one last time on the bottom, you can see the joy factor and the lightning connector there. And then, we got our speaker, our 3.5mm headphone jack, which again has this little flap that can actually be a little bit difficult, like I said, to actually open, but there you go. I do have it open there. And you can see it's going to be a little bit hard to fit, Beats or anything, or weird headphones that you may have. And the Joy Factory actually didn't include a adapter with this, like LifeProof or Mophie would, since, it's a little bit extended. However, you could definitely fit regular Apple headphones down into there. And then you have a little slot here on the side for opening and closing the case. It's just important to remember that this case doesn't actually open by itself. You actually have to remove these clips in order for it to work. And this clip you'll be removing more often, since that's how you got to open up the lightning connector. And it's kind of a very, very tight snap, but it's good though because it keeps it secure. And then there's also a clip at the top that you'll be using as well. Again, you don't want to open these too much because that'll just wear the case down a lot. Right now it's a little bit difficult for me to open these latches, but it's still a very good thing because the less you open them, the more secure the actual case is. So it's a very nice fit and all. I'm not going to lie, this is a lot different from what I've ever reviewed before just because of how the style is. You can see, it's not flat or anything. There's like rounded edges to it. There's a little hole here for a little hand strap thing, so they could keep it in place. I'm sure you could put a keychain or two on there if you wanted as well. But they do include a hand strap as well, which is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the best hand straps I've ever seen, considering it's a it's not a big part of the case either. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually do like this case, especially the form factor of this back. It feels so cool. Trust me, as soon as you get this case, the first thing you're gonna notice and absolutely fall in love with, I think personally, is definitely the back of this thing. It's just so cool looking, and it's got some of the best shock protection too. A lot of big iPad cases are like this sometimes to avoid shock as well. Now, alongside the case, aXtion actually sent me a few accessories that go with this case, and they actually do work pretty well. There's a belt clip, and they also sent me out their armband. We're first going to have a look at the belt clip, which is by far my favorite accessory to go with the aXtion Go case. It's quite simple. You're just going to drop at the bottom of the phone where the home button is in first. There's a big clip on the top that'll just kind of click around it, and there you go. You're all set. Now, this holds up pretty well. I'm not going to lie, it holds it in place, and then to remove it, you lift this clip, and you'll pull the phone out. Now, you could see that the belt clip is actually indented where the diamonds are, so it'll actually hold in place even better. It's not flattened out, which is a good thing as well. The only thing that you're not going to get with this is with the belt clip, you'll actually have to detach the phone from it to charge it, which isn't a big deal. However, you're still going to have access to your headphone jack, which you'll want to open up before you put the belt clip in. Power button, you'll still have access to, and another great thing, you're still going to have access completely to your camera, as well as your volume rockers and mute switch. And the belt clip on the back rotates a full 360 degrees, which is good, and then this also lifts up. You can put it on your belt in any way. And then here's the armband. You can see the Joy Factory, and then you see the little aXtion logo on the bottom as well. It's actually, this is one of a more different type of armbands that I've ever seen. You can see it's very thin, and it's kind of a little weird. You'd probably be wondering, how are you going to get your phone into this thing? So there's actually a little slot on the back that you slide your phone into. Can be a little bit difficult at first, but once you get the feel for it, you're set. Kind of put your phone in like that, and then lift the bottom piece over, and then you got your phone in pretty much. You just want to get it all over so that, when you're running or whatever you might be doing, your phone doesn't fall out. You'll have to move it around a little bit on the top for the power button, of course, until you get it right. Obviously, you're not going to have a lot of access to things through this, but, that's the point, I guess you could say. You're going to be running. You still have access to be able to touch the screen. It is a little bit difficult. You do have to put pressure on it, but it still is possible. Think about that. That's through my screen protector, the actual case plastic itself, and through the plastic that's on this little armband. I'm still able to touch the screen, so it's quite remarkable that it still works. But you're really not going to have access to a lot with this, you want to be careful. What you can do is you can actually put the phone in the other way, and so you'll be able to use this top power button here for the headphone jack. I think that's what it mainly wanted to do before, or it could be used either way, so that'll work if you want to. And then there's a little slot here that you could put in for your key if you wanted. So if you're running, there's a little key symbol right there. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. And then here you go. You got the little band itself, and there you go. You're set. You can see it's got a nice fit to it. It's a little bit loose here, but that of course is because it's on the top part of my arm. I'd have to raise it up a little bit for it to actually hold in, but I figured I'd show this to you on camera. It's got a really nice fit to it. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually pretty comfortable and soft, which is important, especially let's say you're gonna run a 5K or marathon or something. You don't want it to be too painful, so it feels good. So there you guys go. That is my review of the aXtion Go case from the Joy Factory for the iPhone 5. If you want to go check this case out, I definitely recommend it at thejoyfactory.com. Definitely go ahead and get it. It's pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. I love the feel of it, especially again with this awesome feeling back. Some great accessories to go with it too. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave some comments below on your thoughts. Of course, rate, give this video a thumbs up, and click the subscribe button below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.